Travel with Kids Hawaii, the island of Oahu, where hanging loose on Waikiki and swimming with dolphins are tempered with the reality of traveling with children. Naps, temper tantrums, and lots of fun.
Meet our traveling family. Their mission? To seek out fun and adventure while traveling with kids through these Hawaiian islands, discovering activities and attractions that are interesting for the whole family.
Let's face it, traveling with your kids isn't always easy and can be an adventure. But when you depart from that everyday routine and land your kids in exotic locales, visiting historical landmarks and experiencing different cultures firsthand, the educational benefits and family bonding far outweigh the trials. So let's hit the road!
In this edition of Travel with Kids Hawaii, we're experiencing the welcoming spirit of aloha firsthand on the island of Oahu.
Oahu is packed with attractions and activities for the whole family. In this edition, get a taste of Waikiki's international flavors at Chinatown and the International Marketplace. Explore Hawaii's undersea life at the Waikiki Aquarium and Sea Life Park. Get a sense of Hawaii's history and culture at the Bishop Museum, Polynesian Cultural Center, and Pearl Harbor.
Along the way, we'll run the world's largest maze, snorkel with stingrays, eat shrimp from a shrimp truck, and from a first-class restaurant serving up Hawaiian fusion cuisine, swing like Tarzan, and much more.
We've just arrived on an ATA flight to Honolulu International Airport, a 5-hour flight from the United States West Coast. The flight was really easy with the kids. They served dinner right away, followed by a family movie, ending just in time for bedtime, and the staff has been so friendly.
There's a bus that goes from the airport to Waikiki, but we've chosen a taxi because
setting. Hawaiian beach boys giving surfing lessons. Outrigger canoes riding the waves. Lively bars with sand floors. Whatever you're calling, Waikiki's sure to have something to pique your interest.
We're basing ourselves here at one of the Sheraton's 3 beachfront properties on Waikiki. With the International Marketplace just behind us and Waikiki Beach spread in front, Honolulu's many sights are within walking distance. Or to further explore abroad, we can catch the hop-on, hop-off trolley that stops at all of the major tourist sites.
first things first, a gorgeous buffet breakfast on the terrace of the Sheraton Waikiki. The buffet allows us to try some of the local flavors. And with Diamond Head in the background, the setting is unbeatable. Nothing like watching outriggers and surfers as you feast on fresh pineapple and mango.
Today we're going to explore Waikiki's attractions, starting with a stroll down the infamous beach, where surfers, outriggers, and sailboats mingle with the tourists, splashing in the calm waves. Turtles are often seen gliding through the waters just a few feet offshore here.
There's a long boardwalk between the beach and the hotels, restaurants, and shops of Waikiki, making for an excellent oceanfront stroll. The boulevard that runs just behind the beach has lots of cheap options for a quick bite to eat. At the end of the walk is Kapiolani Park, where banyan tree roots hang almost to the ground, a jungle paradise for little Tarzans. Continue walking to reach the Honolulu Zoo and Waikiki Aquarium.
Opened in 1904, Waikiki Aquarium is the third oldest aquarium in the United States and maintains the largest collection of living corals. The aquarium is famous for its monk seal exhibit, coral growth, nautilus, and giant clams.
In 90% of the tanks, everything you see in that tank will be alive. Look closely at the rocks. You'll find hundreds and hundreds of living creatures on the rocks. Look at the corals. They're not the white corals you'll find in the gift shops. They are actually live animals that you're looking at.
At the aquarium, we get a chance to look at corals through a magnifying glass. You can see the tiny animals on the hard branches. In another tank, it's hard to believe these sea dragons are actually animals. The funny-looking creatures blend right into the seaweed in the tank.
It looks exactly like a piece of seaweed. It even moves like one. A really bizarre creature.
Waikiki Aquarium also offers a variety of educational opportunities, like touch pools, shark sleepovers, a monk seal exhibit.
The seal is found only in Hawaii, very, very endangered. There are only about 1,400 left in the wild, and we have two.
And conservation education programs.
Education and fun all tied together. Don't step on the corals, don't crash into them. Corals are very, very delicate.
The tour of the aquarium is great, and all the kids here are having lots of fun learning about the ocean.
There's lots of different reefs with lots of different color fish and different kinds of fish. There's also octopus. I've learned probably most about the reefs and the giant clam.
Staff at the aquarium are very friendly and always on hand to answer questions from curious kids.
Why do pufferfish puff up?
His spikes stick out, so when he gets bigger, the other fish can't eat him.
Why do rockfish stingrays sting?
They're not trying to hurt you. What they are is they're very worried that you're going to step on them, or maybe you are stepping on them, so they go sting, and then you move away, you go ouch, so they won't be squashed.
What kind of sharks live in Hawaii?
There's lots of sharks living around Hawaii. Most of them are completely harmless. They won't hurt you unless you poke them or stick them.
I don't know about you, but I worked up quite an appetite. So we're going to head to Honolulu's main
We'll have to sample a bit of everything. Wow, now that's some good eats. With our bellies full, it's time to check out some of Honolulu's stuffed animals and toys.
Now we're going to head over to Honolulu's Chinatown to check out more food and crafts. You can see the evidence of the Chinese influence on Hawaii in the architecture, food, and culture all over the island.
In the mid-1800s, sugar plantation owners began importing Chinese labor to work the fields. At the end of their term of labor, many immigrants moved to downtown Honolulu, opening stores and restaurants. Although the original Chinatown was burned down in 1900 due to a plague scare, the town was rebuilt, and visitors can still feel the huge Chinese influence on the culture in Hawaii.
Here at the Mauna Kea Marketplace, we can get into the Chinese culture on Honolulu firsthand. There's lots of shops selling Chinese crafts, and downstairs a really wild Chinese market and restaurants. For this part of our trip, we're joined by friends from home. This is Ruby, Nathan and Seamus's friend. She's coming along for the day.
The kids are fascinated with all the crazy stuff for sale in the Chinese market. Everything from giant slugs to pig heads to chicken feet. The kids pick a few souvenirs to take home. A Chinese fan and a flower leg. Thank goodness no chicken feet.
Today we're heading out to Bishop Museum and Pearl Harbor to find out more about Hawaii's fascinating history.
The Bishop Museum is a showcase for Polynesian culture and anthropology, with exhibits on ancient Polynesian life and exploration to Hawaiian royalty and common life in the 19th century. The museum gives visitors a good overview of the cultural influences on the Hawaiian people. The museum also teaches visitors about the volcanic origin of the islands.
This map shows how the plates in the earth move over hot spots on the ocean floor to create islands.
Born of fire, the Hawaiian Islands are volcanic creations. Each island formed from molten lava spewing from a crack in the Earth's mantle. Layer upon layer of molten rock hardened, piling upon one another until the surface of the ocean was broken and an island was formed. The Earth's plate moves the existing island to the northwest, and a new spot shifts over the heat vent. Lava spews and piles. A new island begins to form. The oldest island created over 25 million years ago. The newest island still being created to this day. Once formed, the island sat vacant, rocky forms covered with dirt and salt from the oceans around. Desolate objects in a wide open sea. Until by chance, a bird, the wind, the sea landed a seed on the island. The seed took root, and over thousands of years, a whole new ecosystem sprung to life, creating the lush, proliferate islands known today. Across the turbulent oceans, these islands called, beckoning for inhabitants. In the 2nd century, man came, using only the sun, the stars, the wind, and the waves. Explorers from South Pacific islands like Marquesas, Tahiti, Tonga, Fiji, Samoa, and New Zealand sailed their outrigger canoes across thousands of miles of open ocean to establish a new mingling of Polynesian cultures on these islands known as Hawaii. For many centuries, the islands were divided into small kingdoms ruled over by the ali'i, or chiefs. Yet all was about to change. In 1790, Kamehameha the Great of the Big Island set out to conquer and unite the other Hawaiian islands. By 1810, all islands were loyal to King Kamehameha, beginning a monarchy. In 1778, Captain James Cook was the first Western explorer to spot the islands, naming them the Sandwich Islands after his British patron, the Earl of Sandwich. The next year, he landed near Kona on the Big Island and was killed in an ensuing dispute. In 1819, King Kamehameha I died, and his son, Prince Liholiho, ascends to the throne. Decades later, in 1893, after Queen Liliuokalani forcibly surrenders her throne, Hawaii is annexed to the United States. With the annexation of Hawaii, there came a boom in tourism, and in 1901, Hawaii's first hotel, the Moana Surfrider, was opened.
Waikiki was practically barren. There was hardly anything around here except private homes. And the only other hotel that came about 26 years later was the Royal Hawaiian.
The Sheraton's Moana Surfrider's intricately carved wood structure, surrounded by wide verandas, which open to a courtyard covered with a large banyan tree, make it just as popular now as when it opened 100 years ago.
Here at the Bishop Museum, we can see what life was like during the time of the Moana Hotel, with exhibits on fashion and household items. We can also view royal objects and pictures from Hawaii's monarchy, as well as ancient artifacts from all the Polynesian peoples that settled these islands. Intricately carved masks, costumes, instruments. The kids especially like playing the drums. The museum also offers a series of rotating, interactive exhibits like this one on reptiles, which is even more hands-on. They have art projects for the kids.
A few miles away is a site that changed world history forever.
The year was 1941. The world was at war. The United States had not yet entered the war, so it was a quiet Sunday morning for the military men based on Hawaii. Surfing, picnics on the beach, but it all was about to change. 300 Japanese aircraft were underway to Pearl Harbor on the island of Oahu. Despite 2 warnings, which were dismissed, the attack was a complete surprise. Battleships stationed in the harbor were torpedoed by Japanese subs, and bombs and bullets rained from the sky. The Japanese destroyed the U.S. Pacific Fleet, and over 2,000 men were lost that day, half of which were from the USS Arizona, which was sunk in the first minutes of the battle. Each day, thousands of people visit the USS Arizona Memorial in Pearl Harbor, a building that spans the midsection of the sunken battleship.
After watching a short film about the attack, we are taken by a boat from the Welcome Center, which has an excellent museum, to the memorial.
The memorial lists the names of all the soldiers lost on the USS Arizona that day. In the water below, you can see parts of the boat breaking the surface and eerily disappearing into the depths below.
December 7, 1941.
Oil drops bubble from the boat. It's said these are the tears of the Arizona, and it will not stop until the Arizona's last crew member is returned to the sea.
The USS Arizona Memorial was a moving tribute to our history. The Welcome Center has a junior ranger program for the kids, which helps engage the kids, encouraging them to uncover facts from the museum in order to be sworn in.
I swear to be a good junior ranger and obey my mommy.
Next door, a museum offers tours on board the USS Bowfin submarine, a real submarine docked in Pearl Harbor. The kids really get a kick out of playing on the retired sub here. Pushing buttons, using the periscope, pulling levers. Full speed ahead, Captain. There's also a food area with stands selling all sorts of inexpensive meals, snacks, and drinks.
Today we're going to learn about all the indigenous cultures from the South Pacific, represented here in Hawaii at the Polynesian Cultural Center. Along the way, we'll visit Haleiwa, the surfing capital on Oahu's famous North Shore, with a short stop at a pineapple plantation for some fresh pineapple, and to get a feel for Hawaii's agricultural community.
Although sugar plantations were king in the late 1800s, the discovery that pineapple could grow abundantly on Hawaii's volcanic soil brought about a diversity that was desperately needed. Sprawling plantations surrounded a main house where the owner resided. Due to a shortage of Hawaiian labor in the mid-19th century, plantation owners began to import labor from Asian countries like Japan and China. These workers were signed to 5-year contracts where they were paid minimal salaries and lived in camps around the fields. Today, pineapple production is king.
This is the Dole Pineapple Plantation located about an hour north of Honolulu. The kids and I are learning so much about how the pineapples are grown here in Hawaii. A fun attraction here, the world's largest maze. Covering almost 2 acres, the narrow path meanders through all sorts of beautiful tropical plants. We are racing through the plant walls to find several stations where we receive stamps. Once we've got them all, we race back to the front for a prize, if we can find it. Wait, did I turn left here?
Wow, racing that maze was hard work. It's time to cool off with a little pineapple ice cream and to check out the rest of the plantation before we head to Oahu's North Shore.
This is Haleiwa on Oahu's North Shore, known for its crushing waves in places like the Bonsai Pipeline. It draws throngs of surfers and observers from all over the world. Haleiwa is a laid-back surfer town that can be an excellent retreat from Oahu's South Shore crowds. The smaller waves of summer reveal incredible snorkeling and scuba diving opportunities, and beaches like this one draw a relatively sparse crowd.
The North Shore is so different from Honolulu. Here in Haleiwa, the barefoot pace is slower and much more laid back. People stroll narrow streets lined with souvenir stands, surf shops, and shrimp trucks like these, where a box lunch of excellent shrimp is served in a variety of styles at cafe tables under the trees.
Haleiwa is also known for a delectable Hawaiian creation, shave ice.
I had a yummy coconut shaved ice. You should try it. It's good for your body.
Sharks Cove is a great place to learn to snorkel or scuba dive. The sheltered bay is filled with grottos where tons of different fish and sea animals live, and the shallow water makes it less intimidating for small kids. The beaches here are everything I imagined in an exotic tropical island. Powder-like sand backed by swaying palm trees and lined with crystal clear turquoise water, and virtually no one is on them. It feels like a private hideaway.
The Polynesian Cultural Center is a 42-acre park set in lush grounds with native plants, bridges spanning rivers, and cascading waterfalls. With 7 villages representing each of Hawaii's different Polynesian tribes from all over the South Pacific, visitors can immerse themselves in Pacific culture through games and activities, interactive shows and movies, canoe rides, and much more.
A canoe ride through the park gives us a good overview of what there is to do
The
here.
chief's house, there are 4 doors to enter to the chief's house. The north and south doors were only for the chief.
We are lucky enough to arrive just in time for the pageant of canoes, where performers from each village float down the river on double-hulled canoes. It gives us a great introduction to each culture before we start exploring.
Ready to scan?
When we arrived, the kids got a passport, which they get stamped at each island village. They're really excited about that. We're learning so much about the Polynesian cultures.
In the Hawaiian village, kids play ancient games, spinning kukui nets, playing lava rock checkers, and a game like bowling. In Tahiti, it's hard to keep the kids away from the fresh coconut bread. They love it, going back for seconds and even thirds. In fact, the kids like it so much, the villagers send the recipe home with us. The kids also get to make hats out of palm fronds and go fishing in the river. Seamus shows up all the older kids catching several fish.
While in Samoa, we watch men make fire with sticks and learn how to crack open a coconut in a popular show. And our visit to Tonga has us playing drums, then perfecting the ancient art of spear throwing. And here's a bonus, a visit to Easter Island, where a scaled version of Moai, the mysterious giant statue heads of Easter Island, stare down at us.
New Zealand is a favorite. Jeremy and Nathan get tattooed in traditional Aotearoa style. We play Titi-o-rea, a stick game which involves banging and throwing the small wood poles. Seamus just likes to throw them. The kids especially like the poi balls. Several dancers teach them to swing and twirl the balls around their bodies.
The Polynesian Cultural Center is a fabulous way to learn about all of Hawaii's unique Pacific Island influences. The kids have lots of fun, and we all learn so much.
Little hula flirts in hula skirts, winking at the boys in aloha shirts. That's the way to do the Aloha Week hula. Around the aisle, mile by mile, take a detour in Hawaiian style. That's the way to do the Aloha Week hula. For a brand new step, you can try and match two walking in a taro patch. Oh, clap your hands, the music is grand. Do an ummy for the boys in the band. Hey, beat that drum, dum-dee-dum. Wiggle in the middle, it's a lot of fun when you learn to do the Aloha Week hula. The Aloha Week hula. That's the way to do the Aloha Week hula.
This touch pool offers the kids a chance to get close to some of the ocean's smaller creatures, like starfish, sea urchins, and sea cucumbers. The staff member here provides lots of information on these animals, but now it's time for us to dive in deeper and discover the grace of Hawaii's rays.
Sea Life Park offers guests a chance to get face-to-face with the somewhat misunderstood stingray.
We don't want you to put your hands near their mouth. Their eyes are going to be on top.
Visitors wade into the water with these distant cousins of the shark and snorkel with them, pet them, and even feed them.
We shuffle out through the water, and the minute we arrive on the ledge, the stingrays surround us, rubbing up against our legs and splashing us with their wing-like flippers. The stingray encounter is ideal for us because most of it takes place in knee-deep water, which is a little less intimidating for smaller kids.
The kids love petting the stingrays on their soft underside and have lots of fun copying them.
Okay, now this is what a stingray tooth looks like.
After Seamus and I head back to shore, Nathan and Jeremy actually jump in and go snorkeling with the rays.
It's amazing how gentle and graceful the rays are. It's like they're flying underwater. Nathan has loads of fun swimming around the water watching them. The park even has boogie boards with a viewing window in case the kids don't want to wear the snorkel gear. It's a great experience for all of us.
I swim with stingrays, snorkeling with them and petting.
Right next to the stingray tank is the turtle pool, where kids can learn about turtles from the nature specialist.
Right here we have our green sea turtle colony, and in Hawaiian, the sea turtles here are called honu. So here, right now in this pool, we have 18 males and females. They're actually called green sea turtles because they do eat only seaweed. And seaweed is green, so inside their body fat is green. So that's how they get their name, the green sea turtles. Now here in Hawaii, we have the green sea turtle. Then we have a hawksbill turtle, which is a little bit different than this one. And we have the leatherback turtle, which grows to be double the size of these guys. How old do they get? They can live to about 100 years old. This turtle right here is 88 years old already.
The kids are really enjoying learning so much about turtles, and they even get a chance to feed them. They're amazed that they eat so many vegetables.
The turtles are really cool, but now it's time to flip out with some of Hawaii's most beloved creatures. Dolphins.
Sea Life Park offers guests the chance to learn about dolphins firsthand in the Dolphin Discovery Program. Visitors stand on a waist-deep platform while dolphins swim by and lay in the instructor's arms, allowing guests to learn about the dolphin's body, pet them, and even feed them too.
After a quick safety lesson, we put on life vests and head down to the dolphin pool. We wade out onto the platform, and Kaleo comes swimming up to say hello. The trainer holds onto the dolphin and rolls her over for a closer look. We learn all about the dolphin's body, like her eyes and her teeth and how she uses her fins. We get the chance to pet her, and the kids even get to feed the dolphin squid and fish.
My favorite part is when we move into deeper water to swim with Kaleo. We can really check out how she swims and behaves in the water. Kaleo is so curious, it's hard to figure out who's checking out whom.
None of us want to say goodbye to such fascinating creatures. The kids seem to thoroughly enjoy the experience and take home lots of fond memories.
Feeding the fish, and I like it when they jumped.
Sea Life Park has been a fantastic experience for all of us. We learned so much about the Pacific Islands, and we'll never forget our time in the water with these gentle sea creatures.
It's our last evening here in Oahu, and we'd like to try an upscale restaurant, which is not always easy with young kids. But we've heard Roy's caters especially to kids, and Roy is by far Hawaii's most famous chef.
Started in 1988 by top chef Roy Yamaguchi. Roy's is world-renowned for its flavorful blend of European cooking methods and use of fresh Asian and Pacific ingredients like fresh fish, macadamia nuts, pineapple, mango, and Maui onions.
The restaurant is elegant but still casual, so it's not too fussy for the kids. The spectacular views over the Pacific compose a painting of bright oranges and yellows as they smear across the evening sky. Everyone is really friendly and welcoming here, offering us lots of aloha spirit. The chef is so nice to the kids, and even lets them taste a sauce he's preparing for dinner that night.
Togo, it's farm-raised seaweed. I'm going to make a kind of a Thai-style mango lemongrass vinaigrette. It's going to have rice wine vinegar is the base. Rice wine vinegar. Lingams is a chili sauce that we use. It's going to have a little curry powder in it. Fresh lemongrass, locally grown lemongrass. Fresh locally grown cilantro. Locally grown fresh mangoes. It's mango season. You'll see mangoes everywhere in Hawaii right now. Everyone's refrigerator is full of them. We're going to put something in here that mainland America doesn't cook a lot with. This is not something that kids would like. This would be the liquid form of anchovies. A lot of Asian cooking has fish sauce. This is fish sauce. It tastes excellent. We put coconut flakes and panko and egg on the outside of shrimp, and we deep fry it on a stick, and then you can dip it in this. Okay, sugar. It needs sugar. Everyone likes sugar.
Yeah.
So that's our vinaigrette that we're going to serve tonight with our coconut shrimp. And I'll let you taste it.
And gives us a mango cutting lesson before we're seated.
Any young local kid would know how to do this. Of course, his mom would do the knife cutting part, but he would be familiar with this style. Cross-hatch the mango and turn it inside out. And then you eat the mango right off the sections.
They go all out for kids at Roy's. The hostess brings coloring paper and crayons as well as a nice selection of toys. As soon as we're seated, the waitress brings quesadillas and some veggies with ranch sauce for the kids. Roy's caters so much to kids, and they make going out to dinner as a family easy in a nice restaurant.
In Hawaii, the island of Kauai.
Thanks for joining us as we explored all that Oahu has to offer families with kids. For more information on Oahu's family-friendly hotels, restaurants, and activities, check out the bonus features on this DVD or visit islandtots.com.